Just out of the detail shop and ready to drive to your next classic car show is this beautiful 1965 real deal Chevelle Super Sport convertible. It's riding on a beautiful set of chrome American Racing torque thrust wheels. It's got a laser straight body with a beautiful silver blue paint job. As we kind of start here, we'll start on the front end. The bumper is 100% excellent. The chrome shines beautifully. The grille appears to be original, is in very nice shape. It's got a few little dings and a couple little imperfections, but for the most part it's in great shape. It's powered by a 327 4-barrel. Comes equipped with power steering, power brakes. It does have all the factory, it's got its factory fender tag. Originally, there is I'll try to zoom up here a little bit for you. There also is a picture on the website which will have all those numbers on there. Engine compartment looks real nice. It's got stock manifolds. Just pretty much all original looking underneath the hood. Hood gaps nice and tight all the way from front to back. The rear hood hinge makes the back of the hood stick up just a little bit in the rear. The chrome on the hood is excellent. The Chevy emblems are in great shape on the hood. This piece right here, the chrome's beautiful on that as well. The gap on the passenger side is just a little bit wider than the driver's side, but really a nice even gap from front to back. As we look at the top of the front fender, you do have a couple little chips here that have been touched up. There's 3 here. There's kind of one right there. Other than that, the paint on the hood is, and it's also got a couple little tiny little, like 1, 2, 3 little blemishes right there. Other than that, the paint on the hood is in great shape. It's got the correct 327 emblems. This is, like I said, an original 327 Super Sport car. Was not a 6-cylinder, was not a Malibu. This was a Super Sport V8 car. Lower front fenders are perfect. There's no blisters down there. No other paint imperfections on the fender. Wheel well chrome's in nice shape. It's got one little tiny little nick here in the wheel well chrome. As far as our tires on the front, trying to get a tire size here. It is 225, 40, 18s. As far as a couple more little tiny little paint imperfections, there's one there and one right there. Front door gap is excellent from top to bottom. As far as blisters goes, I don't see any blisters anywhere in the lower door or the lower quarter panel. That all looks nice and solid. Paint looks fantastic on the door. Here's our gap on the back. Really nice door gap. Even the body lines down here line up really nicely. So we open our door. Bottom corner of the door has just a little bit of seam seal on it, but no body filler, no Bondo whatsoever. Very nice door. Door panel is perfect. Armrest is perfect. Rubbers are very nice and pliable. They've been restored lately, recently also. Window felts are decent. Felts are good in here. Door jamb looks good. This plastic piece that goes around the quarter round here, it's got it's kind of crack there. It does have a brand new carpet. It's got brand new Body by Fisher sill plates. The seats are an older restoration on the seats, and they're still in great condition. I don't see any rips or tears anywhere in the passenger seat, and it's got great foam. A lot of foam, very comfortable. The back seat's in excellent shape. It's got a leaf blown in here. Back door panels are original, so if you look at the very bottom where it meets the carpet, it's just scuffed up at the very bottom there. Other than that, the door panels are great. We repainted all the tops of the metal door frames, and front and rear, and it looks really nice. We got the correct paint. We painted the dash. We had the dash instrumentation cluster out, so the dash has all been repainted and it looks beautiful. Carpet's new. Door shuts great. I don't see any scratches or imperfections anywhere in the passenger side rear quarter. So it's got a couple little ones on the top of the fender, just a couple little paint chips that have been touched up, and then I mentioned 2 little ones on the top of the door. Other than that, the passenger side looks excellent. Gaps are nice, lines up nice. I don't see any blisters. Just a great looking Super Sport. The front bumper was completely re-chromed, and so is the back bumper. The bumpers are perfect on it. It's got nice sound and dual exhaust. Engine runs excellent, in my opinion. Tail lights are in good shape. All the stainless around the tail lights and the Chevelle emblem, the Malibu SS emblem, all that stuff for a driver condition car for original, I would say is in really nice shape. It's got some little scuffs and some little scratches in it, but it still shines very nice. Check out that gap on the trunk lid. Very nice line up there as far as on the chrome. It all lines up beautifully. Nice and flush, it doesn't stick up anywhere. On the top of the trunk lid, you can see just right here, there's just a hairline paint crack on my finger, and it has a chip right there in front of my finger. That's been touched up. And it's got the same exact thing here, just a little tiny hairline crack and a little chip here that's been touched up. Other than that, the paint on the trunk lid looks fantastic. We look up and down the sides of the driver's side. Laser straight. The door fits nice. Just a super nice car. We have no blisters down here on the lower quarter, in front or behind the wheel. The only thing I can see is it's got 2 paint cracks right here under the bumper. The one's probably about 3 inches long. Not deep at all, but it does have 2 of them there. Go over the wheel well, there's no blisters there, there's no blisters in front of the wheels, no blisters on the door or lower fender. Door gap is great on the driver's door as well. Body lines line up nice. It's got the dual Chevy bow tie mirrors. Does have the door stoppers and stuff in it. As we open up the driver's side door, it's still, you can still see the factory seam line, but you can tell that the driver's side door has had a little bit of body filler work done. It's just a little thicker. The passenger side is 100% original. I didn't see any work done there, but it does have some on this corner. Take a look at the bottom of the door. Nice and solid. Driver's side door panel is absolutely perfect. There's not a tear, there's not a scuff on it. Armrest is excellent as well. All our pedals are nice and clean. Door jambs are nice. It's all painted the same exact color as the body. Driver's side seat is in excellent condition. No rips or tears anywhere there. As I mentioned earlier, it's got really nice padding in the seats. I drove this car probably about 10 or 15 miles, and runs and drives excellent down the road and just very comfortable to drive. As far as our oil pressure goes, it's got about, the factory gauge works, it's got about 40 pounds oil pressure. After it's warmed up, the temperature gauge works, the factory amp gauge and gas gauge, all the gauges work. It's got 53,032 miles on the odometer. It's got an AM/FM Chevy cassette, and that works. It's got the factory console. It's got the chrome console. we had this, we had the factory blue. This can all be taken back off if you want, but we did all the side, the chrome is all, the exterior sides are all chrome. This was chrome too, and we did highlight that in the factory light blue with the black. Horn works. Check the heater fan. Yep, heater fan works. The wipers did work when it came in, and so did the speedometer. We had the dash completely out to detail it, and for some reason the wipers and the speedometer cable didn't get hooked up properly. So as soon as I get back to the shop, we're going to hook up the wipers and the speedometer, so they will work along with the horn works, all the gauges work, the heater works, and the radio works. So we have a 327 4-barrel with a 2-speed power glide transmission. Power steering, power brakes, manual top, does not have a power top, never came with one. There is some pictures of the white top. The white top's in really good shape. As far as the car driving, I drove it home 10 to 15 miles from the detail shop, and the front end is super tight on it, goes nice down the road. Here's our brakes. Brakes stop nice and straight. Front end is excellent. There's no extra slop or play in the front end. It's just nice and tight. The brakes are right there. It does have power brakes, and I mean, they'll stop you right now. You kind of hear it there when you kick it in. 4 barrels kick right in. Just a great driving, real deal Chevelle Super Sport. Another thing that we probably should do is the kick down doesn't, the 4 barrel's opening up nice, but as far as the kick down, I'm not sure if the kick down's opening up at the right time. Now the kick down needs to be adjusted a little bit. Great car.